Hi everybody, Dacob here. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to talk to you about the fourth and last of the original four boutique exclusive perfumes by Chanel, for Chanel, and from Chanel. And the fourth one is Bois Des Iles. There you have it. The time has come to finally do a proper review on Bois Des Iles. I have done a comparison between Bois Des Iles and another one, I think Sycamore or Cuir de Russie. I think Sycamore. But Bois Des Iles has not had its own review until now. And I have kept it all this time as the last one of the original four to review because it kind of is my favorite. I mean, I don't know, it always changes. It's either this one or Cuir de Russie. But so the original four, Cuir de Russie, Gardenia, number 22, and Bois Des Iles. What to say about Bois Des Iles? Well, first of all, Ernest Beau, the Russian perfumer, Ernest Beau created, he created Bois Des Iles, but it was launched in 1926 by Chanel. Bois Des Iles exists in different formulations and sizes. The 200, which is this one, milliliter spray bottle, 75 milliliter spray bottle. This one I use to travel, this one I use at home. So I'm going to have to get a new one pretty soon. Then you have a 15 milliliter splash pure parfum, which we do not have here. 4 milliliter splash sample bottle. And a 1.5 or 2 milliliter, I think 1.5 milliliter spray sample bottle. What I do have, however, what was given to me very kindly by a friend of mine who used to work for Chanel many years ago, is the Bois Des Iles sample of the pure perfume. This was given to me after they took off the market these bottles here. I also have one of these. This is a 100 milliliter Bois Des Iles eau de toilette spray bottle, which was then changed into the ones that were like, you could still see, I don't have one here though. Or maybe I do. No, I don't. Darn. Anyway, this wasn't taken off the market, as was this formulation of the pure parfum. So I was given this sample for free. So the samples used to come in these packages. Bois Des Iles, Chanel, Paris, Vaporisateur, not for sale, 15 milliliter. And then inside, oh shit, everything's falling apart. Inside is this little, it's like the Chanel 5 15 milliliter spray bottle, except they just stuck a sticker onto it because this is just a sample. This is the same kind of sticker you would see on the Bois Des Iles perfume bottles, except this is pre-reformulation again. Well, it's post-20s reformulation, but pre-2000s reformulation because the parfum is on top of the name of the actual perfume. So you have Parfum Bois Des Iles Chanel. And you open it, and this is a Chanel number 5 I have inside because I took this one out already. This is how the samples were made. This is a 15 milliliter. What does it say? It's so hard to read. It's there. It says 15 milliliter. And if you could really see, in the back it says number 5 on the glass, because what the glass is the vial is printed as a Chanel number 5 vial, in which they put the perfumes for Bois Des Iles, Cuir de Russie, Gardenia number 22. Why? Because the spray bottles of these perfumes were not available for sale. So Chanel did not go, through the effort to print on glass bottles names of perfumes that they're not selling. So they would just put the sticker of the Parfum Bois Des Iles on their Chanel number 5 bottles. However, this is the liquid, this is the juice of the post-20s formulation, but pre-2000 reformulation. So as you could see, it's a very rich color, ambery yellow. Same thing goes for our pre-2000s reformulation of Bois Des Iles Eau de Toilette. Now look, you can see the difference. And my eyeball shifting around, you can see the difference in color of these two. Look at that difference. And if you take away the skin, this one is much darker and richer, and this one is much thinner. It also smells thinner too. Aldehydes in here are so potent, as are other natural ingredients that are probably by now illegal to be used in perfumes. This one is much lighter, so are the head notes as well as the base notes and heart notes. So you have seen the range. Now let's get to it. What to review? I think, well, I will definitely do the pure perfume. So I'll do on one wrist the pure perfume. And this is the pre-reformulated version. Even though also the reformulated version of the pure perfume is much richer and sweeter than the Eau de Toilette. The Eau de Toilette is lighter and crispier. So we're going to do the Perfume original and the Eau de Toilette reformulated, because this is what you guys will buy if you decide to purchase Bois des Iles. So it's good that you have a review on how this one smells like, I guess. Let's go. Yummy. Let's keep it on for a second, shall we? While I list the notes. Top notes. Neroli, bergamot, peach, mandarin orange, coriander, and aldehydes. Oh, those aldehydes. Middle notes. Ylang ylang, jasmine, rose, orris root, lily of the valley, lilac, and iris. Base notes, musk, opoponax, vanilla, vetiver, tonka bean, sandalwood, benzoin, and amber. So you could imagine that the base notes are rich, deep, intense. Now, as the name of the perfume says, Bois des Iles, forest islands, or forests of the islands, or the island forests, we're thinking 20s again. We're thinking Ernest Beau, who is this poet of a perfumer with Russian origins and roots, developing these gorgeous scents for one of the most extravagant and fashionable and stylish and powerful fashion women of the time in the entire world, Coco Chanel. Friends with her, works for her. She's inspired by him. Obviously, she was very inspired in the 20s by everything that was Russian and Russian inspired. So Coco probably had an attraction towards the creativity of this human being, and he probably had a humongous attraction towards the style and brain and wit of Coco Chanel. Again, we have mystery, we have clouds of secretive stories or gossip surrounding this perfume. We don't really know actual facts, except for the fact that this perfume exists, that it has withstood the test of time, and it's still available today. Doing some research, we find out that one of these gossipy bits of information says that it is said that Ernest Beau created Bois des Iles because he was inspired and raptured by Tchaikovsky's Queen of Spades, the opera inspired by Pushkin's novel about the love and hazard. And it is said that it was Ernest Beau's favorite creation. I get it. Number 22 is the world's favorite Chanel creation. I do believe that of the ones that we have been given today, the four now boutique exclusives, number 22, Gardenia, Bois des Iles, and Quai de Russie. Of those four, and Chanel number 5 not being boutique exclusive, of those 5 then, Ernest Beau creations, I can see how Bois des Iles could have been his favorite. It is mine as well. However, the world prefers number 5, whether it be because of its unidentifiable smell or because of its extremely over-the-top pushing promotion and commercial. But Bois des Iles is more magical than the other ones. As you have seen in other reviews that I've done, maybe the last one was number 22, or Gardenia, or Quai de Russie, done quite some time ago. In all of those reviews, I kind of talked to you about the 20s. And in all of those reviews, in one way, form, or another, I describe my being catapulted by smelling these scents back to the 20s, back to the vibe of the 20s. And I talk a lot about how I feel that the 20s are, that we, even though we were not born in the 20s and didn't live in the 20s, that still, because of transfer of memory patterns that are out there, we could kind of grasp them, or our soul could grasp them, and we could feel or remember what somebody else remembered, because everything that we feel or experience is kind of out there for others to grasp and hold. This one, however, Bois Des Iles, even though I know logically it was made and developed in the 20s, and even though I can sense the 20s vibe in it, it's still, I'm not going to go there this time with this perfume. There is no pure Alice in 20s Wonderland like with number 22, or sitting in cafes and drinking and, you know, reading pamphlets like I spoke about Quai de Russie. And there is no Gardenia 20s here either. This perfume is timeless. But it's timeless in a very timely manner. Meaning, yes, you do sense and smell that it was made in a time long gone. But what is so fascinating, majestic, and genius about this scent, personally to me, is that the creator of this perfume, just like I am now grasping memories and visions of people from the past, if we can conceive a world with quantum technologies and physics and everything, and the possibility of there not being a past, a future, and a present, but everything being on several levels and shapes and forms and parallel realities, why not be able to grasp memories of the future? And if there ever was a perfume where a creator of the perfume could do that, then I think Ernest Beau had an illumination with Bois des Iles. Because it's as if this perfume and the perfumer had thrown in hints within this scent, hints of future. And by that I mean, as I said before, you do sense and smell that it was made in the past. It smells of past. But there's hints, sparkling hints of what the future will be like, of what the future will smell like within this fragrance. And that is magical. Now, in order for me to kind of try to open that up more, we're going to go with the pure perfume as well and go into that richer and deeper. And I use this, this is so intense, guys. I mean, it's also like really old. I mean, you can see like how yellow the top of it is already. Like this liquid literally colors your skin and clothes and everything. It's so oily even. I was at a party the other night. Anyway, look at this. No, you don't really see it. It's yellow. Yellow. It stains the skin. You have to be very careful to not use it like with white clothes. Okay, so the pure perfume, and we're talking pre-2000s reformulation, is so intense and the aldehydes are so there, it just like burned through my brain. So you gotta, with this one we're gonna have to wait for it to unveil its magic, because right now it's just very aggressive. This one, however, is very, very soft and elusive and evasive. It kind of evades me at the moment because, I mean, my nose is not very susceptible to bergamots and peaches and mandarin oranges. I mean, I sense them, but what I sense out more are aldehydes, coriander, neroli. So usually the fruity scents, they kind of evaporate on my skin immediately. My skin just doesn't hold them to it. It's powdery right now on my skin, and it gives me that hint of talcum that maybe some people don't like. I love it. And I think, I mean, the iris is very present. Even though the iris is listed as a middle note, it's already out there. It's already setting the mood, the vibe for the dryness. You know, it's very, very dry in the beginning. You can sense out what the future will bring. And again, we have this future reference. You sense that there's going to be a root, there's going to be a wood, there's going to be warmth and depth coming out. Because the iris, even though it's powdery and crystalline and kind of up there and dry, it's very well balanced with what is coming next. So it's as if you can imagine this iris not being a glass plate, but rather like a beautiful crystal net. And as a crystal net, you have like holes in between it. So the iris, this crystal net iris, is covering the perfume, but from within the holes of the net, we have like coming upwards hints of what is to come. And what is to come, oh boy, what is to come, guys, because we're going to have musk, we're going to have opoponax, we're going to have vetiver, we're going to have tonka bean, sandalwood, benzoin, amber, and vanilla, which you know I'm not a big fan of, but we need this vanilla because otherwise those woods would have just killed us. You would have the feeling you're in the ultimate like church experience where you have these like ambers like blown and incense blown into your face and you just can't breathe. It's how you just can't breathe from how intoxicating it is. The vanilla balances that dryness out a little bit. The opoponax is a very interesting ingredient that is also used in Christian Dior's Poison. And that touch of base note within this perfume as well as the Poison one kind of combines the two together for me. And I do have slight vibe or touch of Poison within Bois des Iles. Now, more so the other way around, actually, to be honest with you. Poison, of course, came later, came in the 80s, is in a way, in some facet, in one of the myriad of facets that Poison has, one of those myriad of facets is kind of reminiscent of Bois des Iles, not the other way around, obviously, because this one came before. But again, snippets of the future, and as Beau knew that something like Poison might have come along and planted seeds for perfumes like that to be able to take place and happen and become reality. Just like with number 5, this perfume is... I use it so often and it's related to so many different memories and visions that I cannot really locate it with one specific big story or memory because it in a way gives you everything and more. It's overpowering and mesmerizing in the most positive of ways. The pure parfum, pronunciation. Diction. The pure perfume is, as I said before, richer, deeper, more moist, and dirty. The pure perfume emanates more of the vetiver, that wet vetiver that we can also sense a lot in Sycamore, one of the modern perfumes of Chanel, of the Chanel boutique exclusives. And the eau de toilette and the pure parfum. On this hand we have eau de toilette. On this hand we have the parfum. They are both one huge island with forests. How do we call them? Island forests. But when you hit the shore of this island, you hit eau de toilette. And actually you hit the reformulated eau de toilette. That's at the shore of the island. And as you walk towards the center of this mysterious island and you want to know what is at the center, at the heart of this mysterious island everybody's talking about in books and treasure hunts, you start walking through the sandalwood trees and you start hitting this second reformulation, 80s and 90s formulation of Bois des Iles, which is more intense than the eau de toilette we have now. And this one is a bit deeper, a bit richer, but still not as moist. It's still quite dry until we hit the center of the island where you look around and we don't see anything. And we ask ourselves, why is there so much storytelling about this mythological, magical island? What is happening? What is so special about it? We can't see. Where is the treasure? That's because we're not used to look properly, because the treasure is there. The treasure is underneath our feet. It's in the soil. It's in the roots of the sandalwood. It's in the roots of the vetiver. That's where we hit the jackpot with this perfume. I get goosebumps just smelling out like how warm this one is becoming now. The aldehydes are almost like gone, and I'm hitting the roots and the floor in the moist, rich, creamy, ambery soil. This island is not made of just black earth and dark brown earth. This island is made of an ambery gold-toned soil that has crystalline amber in it, that has crystalline incensey flakes in it. And it has, as you walk over it with the warmth of your bare feet, you warm up the soil of this island and it just starts hitting you from the bottom up. It's incredible. It's not like gardenia, which is a scent that kind of hits you from over there. Bois des Iles comes from down up. So as we had this this pattern of a net of crystals, as I said in the beginning, and through its holes we start sensing the smell. Now like it's fallen to the ground and all of its heat and warmth is coming up from down up. And in fact, this is one of those perfumes, when you wear it on your skin, when you wear it on your chest or on your arms, you're going to feel whiffs of it coming with your heat, with your body, with the pulse of your heart, everything that's relatable to something that's also extremely sexual, everything body related and heat related and hormone related is going to emanate the sense. While gardenia emanates as well from the body, from time to time you smell the whiffs of it. You smell them like little clouds coming to you. This perfume crawls on you. So with Bois des Iles, what you're going to sense is it's like going to come out like literally like crawling into your nose. So from the parts of your body where you have the heartbeat and where you have all of the heat, tension, as your heart pumps the blood through and you start feeling the sense from the heat of your body, you're going to feel it like crawling like up and into your nose. From here up and into your nose. That's how it sticks to your skin and how sexual it is. And it also smells of expensive too. Like every Chanel perfume does in a way. There's something snobby about it. Some people like that, some people don't like that. I don't like snobs. I don't like snobby people. I don't like arrogant people. This perfume showcases snobbery. If snobbery can be showcased in a positive way, this perfume does. How? It's snobby in a way that it lives on its own. It's sufficient to itself. That means that this island, this forest island, or this island or these forests of the island, it's a closed circuit. That's the island, and it doesn't need anything from outside. You can merely enter as a visitor and you can allow it to cover you up and swallow you and transform you into this ambery statue and sculpture. But it doesn't need you. That's how snobby it is. You need it. You totally need this perfume because it makes every emotion it enhances every emotion and sentiment you have in an ambery way. And it's incredible. You literally can lose yourself within this forest of creamy, dreamy woods that are so deep and gorgeous to see because they're big. They've been there for centuries. And they're going to be there after you die. They're going to be there forever. And that's how snobby or arrogant the perfume is. You literally feel grateful and you're thankful that you can experience, that you get the chance to experience these woods and get lost in these woods. It's something special that not everybody can get, but only the ones that decide to discover Bois des Iles are the elected ones that get the chance to get lost in these woods and find their way to the center of this island where the floor is ambery and where the vetiver hits you from the bottom up and elevates you. The eau de toilette is cleaner. It's not as rough and creamy. So go with the Perfume if you can. The eau de toilette is good also in summer, in winter, anytime. It's more of a day scent. In the evenings though, or very early in the morning, if you would wake up at 6 in the morning, you see the sun go up, well, depending on the time of the year, the period of the year, sometimes the sun goes up at 4 in the morning, or let's say 4 in the morning, whenever the sun goes up. And if you experience a sunrise with golden rays of light, that type of sunrise, that's maybe a moment where you could also just throw 2 drops of pure Perfume of Bois des Iles on you. And that's just gonna be so magical and hypnotizing. Or in the evening. Right now, the sun is setting here. So the pure Perfume is just incredible. It smells like nature, what nature wants to be and can be with the help of human beings. And I know that usually it's the opposite. Human beings tend to destroy nature. But if we do find one day a way to unite ourselves, our beings, our souls, and our materialistic presence on this earth with nature and with what nature also needs, then we will get close to what Ernest Beau envisions as future and hints as future within this perfume. And that is the unity between man and nature. Mark my words, we need a lot of time to get there, but I'm sure we can if we really work on it very hard. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you liked this review. I hope you got a chance to travel with me somewhere else. And leave me comments in the comment section below. Let me know what you think of Bois Des Iles, if you have it, if you have smelled it, or if you wish to smell it. And subscribe to my channel if you want to see more. Love you all. Take care. See you soon. Bye.